The rebroadcast airs on AM and FMs all over the country throughout the day and night. Restreams on the internet starting about 5 minutes at Infowars.com with Lindsey Williams, Dr. Jerome Corsi, and others. And Joey V is our new producer. We also have Rob Dew out there doing producing. They're also double teaming, learning how to do the board hopping. Well, they already know how to do that, but on this system. And look, a few months ago we learned that they had taken over a part of the Highland Mall FEMA had for Hurricane Ike. But then after it left, they stayed there, and it's in the bills. They're building these FEMA community centers that then liaison out to the camp. And I've had people call me, say there's people in handcuffs. They're doing drills of arrest, drills of sending people in there. And we've shown some video that folks shot locally, the cops and security guards saying get back, and Homeland Security buses. I didn't send Joey V out there. In the future, we will have him actually being a reporter as well. But he just took a photo on his iPhone and saw what he thought was a movie being shot out there. So just briefly tell folks, because every time I talk about this, I get emails saying I'm a liar, it's not there. They go on my message board and say I'm a liar. We know it's PsyOps, but tell us what you saw.
Well, I was out there probably about 2 months ago, and I thought they were actually doing like a film, some sort of a movie production deal that was going on. You see the white trucks everywhere, and it was kind of crazy because my wife and I, we were just going to the mall, and the parking was extremely limited because they took, I would say, about a quarter of the whole parking lot of the whole mall doing all this other
And they're still
stuff.
out there,
Yeah.
By the way.
And there's people, you know, they had numbers on them and signs and all this other stuff, people sitting on the sidewalk. And then we went back this weekend, and there's a bunch of FEMA vehicles still out there. You know, the big truck.
Oh, yeah, no. They took over part of the mall, two of the buildings. And see, it all sounds reasonable. Oh, the Army's going to help with car wrecks. Oh, the Marines are going to help with DWIs. Oh, you know, but see, FEMA doesn't leave after and they admit they're setting them up everywhere.
Oh, they're there. They're there. They've got orange cones everywhere out there.
Well, we got video of it. We can put it on screen, but people still don't believe us. They just say we're making it. We just had a state rep on.
Yeah,
telling
you
everybody.
drive over there and see it. Plain as day.
Well, it's clearly PsyOps that go on the website. I mean, here's an example of PsyOps. I meant to get to this today. I'll get to it tomorrow. It's still burning in China, a 44-story building, just like Building 7,
right.
And nothing's collapsed. I mean, it's got like 200-foot flames shooting out of it. And then the first comment in here, they just, and the Pentagon admits they have all these PsyOps and private corporations doing it. He says, in the 70s, buildings did not use chemical coating called monocoat. If you drive into a parking garage, you can see gray fur on the load-bearing members. It's the monocoat. It's fire retardant used on metal and concrete. Oh, really? We've had the NIST report, and we've had Underwriting Laboratories' own report. That thing was overbuilt with fireproofing and had more added in 99. We believe that was the explosive thermate added. They admit they used a new experimental thing to later detonate it. But see how the disinfo operates?
Yeah.
And then it says apparently it did not retard the fires as the entire building was consumed. What kind of double think is that? You've been called, the next person says, but they're on there. And they're on there saying this FEMA thing isn't out there.
No, it's out there, and there's even signs out there that say do not drive past this point on the cones. So they're there.
Man, I tell you. So what's it like after a week working here?
It's fun, man. You know, a lot of information, a lot of stuff. You get to see, I've never been through all of this before. I've never known about this sort of information before, but you start noticing things, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. You start
So
scratching
just in
your
a
head.
week being here, you hear the news here, then you go out and see it in the real world.
Yeah.
And that verifies it for you.
Oh,
well, plus you're getting a lot of the news now. You're seeing all this.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of emails, Joey V at Infowars.com.
All right, we'll have you be a bigger part of the show, as well as Rob Dew and everybody else, as well as the Who's. We have a lot of work to do around here. Paul Hartman and David and everybody else that's in there. Jaron. We're going to have a show with a bunch of mics with all you in here. Maybe all of you co-host with me someday, but you can't clown too much. Can't clown. Hey, it's great to have you on board.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, man. Glad to be here.
You bet. Great to have you on board with us. All right, we are out of here. Rebroadcast starts now with key information at the very start about the Gardasil shot killing people. You'll want to join us. Infowars.com and the streams or the free podcast via Candios.